Professional investing? It's a relentless game of millimeters. You find an edge, you systemize it, and you exploit it. But what happens to your entire workflow when the geopolitical landscape just shifts overnight? What happens when the exact AI models giving you that massive competitive advantage are suddenly ripped away by government mandates?
Seriously, think about this. Just last week, the United States banned its own top-tier AI model, Claude, for the entire world. Just pause and really think about the implications of that for a second. All your sophisticated workflows, your automated analysis, your competitive edge, gone, just like that. The urgency to find a resilient, unbannable alternative is absolutely immediate. But here's the crazy part. Just 4 days after that ban dropped, Japan released something entirely new. And throughout this explainer, we're going to look at exactly why this new system, Sakana Fugu, might mean we never have to rely exclusively on a single nation's AI ever again.
Section 1. The Unstoppable AI, Immunity to Export Controls. Enter Sakana Fugu, a massive structural plot twist in the AI race. So, Fugu's underlying architecture makes it virtually unkillable. Let's break down exactly why. See, almost every other AI you use right now operates as one single corporate brain. And that is a massive single point of failure. If a government steps in, they pull one plug, and boom, the whole system goes dark. Fugu is entirely different. It's not really a standalone model at all. It acts as a decentralized manager. Behind a single login, it holds a pool of the world's best AIs. It grabs from closed models like GPT, Gemini, and Claude, right alongside a vast range of open-source models. Because it doesn't lean on any single company's infrastructure, there is literally no single plug for a government to pull. It guarantees you that frontier-level capability, totally immune to export controls. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 2. Building the ring, frictionless terminal setup, because deploying this is actually incredibly painless. Let's completely demystify the tech side, okay? You do this right in your computer's terminal, which, by the way, is really just a text box where you type instructions instead of clicking buttons. It takes exactly 3 commands. Step 1 is your API key. Now, don't let that term throw you. An API key is literally just a private password where the AI hands you a pass saying, "Yup, you're allowed to use me." Step 2 is the install command. You just copy, paste, hit enter, and the terminal does all the heavy lifting for you, setting everything up in the background. And finally, step 3 is opening Codex. If Fugu is the brain, Codex is the desk it sits at to do the actual work. You run the command, and you're in. That's it. So let's look at how we turn this basic setup into a massive advantage. Section 3. The War Room, assembling your AI team. Because the core use case for professional investors here isn't just asking a chatbot a simple question. We're going to use Fugu to assemble a complete equity research war room to investigate a real listed company. And for this test, we're targeting Reliance. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how Fugu acts as a manager instead of just writing a lazy, one-dimensional response. It dynamically hires a highly coordinated team of specialized AI agents. You give it the prompt, and suddenly you have an analyst digging deep into the business fundamentals, an evaluation expert crunching the financial numbers. You have a bull arguing the absolute strongest possible case to buy the stock sitting right across the table from a bear arguing the exact opposite why you should run away. Then it actually deploys a fact checker to actively catch lies and weak claims from both the bull and the bear before finally handing everything over to a judge who weighs the entire debate and makes the final call. They are actively arguing and fact-checking each other before presenting you with anything. Section 4, the Output Interactive Financial Dashboards. Because the results of that complex multi-agent debate, it is breathtaking. You don't just get a wall of text summarizing the findings, no way. You get a fully coded interactive financial dashboard, and this brilliantly illustrates the sheer horsepower of this workflow. On the resulting dashboard menu, you get Reliance right at the top with live EV/EBITDA, PE ratios, and share prices. You get a comprehensive business map showing you structurally where the company actually generates its revenue, from oil to retail to digital. And you have a clean side-by-side breakdown of those bull versus bear arguments the agents just debated. But this next feature, this is the absolute centerpiece. It's the Scenario Lab. The AI actually builds an interactive slider right into the dashboard. As the quote here says, you grab this slider, drag the share price up or down, and watch as every single number on the screen recalculates live. The upside, the downside, and even the final verdict from the judge shift in real time as you alter the financial parameters. It is an incredibly powerful, dynamic tool, and it's built instantly from a single text prompt. Section 5. The Productivity Knockout, Redefining Investor Workflows. Let's talk about what this actually means for your bottom line. So the crucial point is this stark reality. A report with this much actual depth, the synthesized financials, the multi-perspective arguments, the live interactive scenario modeling, a real human analyst would take 2 to 5 full working days to put that together. Fugu's decentralized multi-agent war room completes the entire interactive report in a few minutes. If you're a solo investor or you run a firm handing out client research, that is a person's entire working week, totally finished before your coffee has even gone cold. It's an absolute productivity knockout. Naturally, you'd expect an enterprise-grade, complex, multi-step capability like this to just completely drain your budget. But it doesn't. Running these massive, complex war room builds costs just a few dollars in API usage. And the paid plans to access this kind of decentralized power, they start at merely $20 a month. Which brings us to the harsh, unavoidable truth of the current landscape. We've seen that the best centralized models can be turned off overnight by export controls. We've also seen that decentralized alternatives, like Fugu, aren't just surviving, they are compressing entire working weeks into minutes. So, I'll leave you with this. If a decentralized AI team can seamlessly execute a 5-day human workflow in under 3 minutes, is your current research strategy already obsolete?